Guys, give me some grace. This is my first YouTube video in like a year. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Imaya. I am a new YouTuber, well, getting back into YouTube. I plan on making all kinds of videos ranging from law school videos to lifestyle content. Anything I want to post, it's getting posted here. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on my notifications to get notified when I post the next video. So this video is going to be about law school, and yes, I got into law school. If you guys watched my last video, not the last video, but like my Q&A video, it's so crazy because in that video, I'm not sure if I mentioned Howard, but I definitely mentioned law school. So it's just like full circle moment. It's finally here and I'm super excited. Spoiler alert, you probably already have seen my cover to this video, but I was accepted into Howard University School of Law, which was my top choice program for law. I'll be answering a couple videos about my admissions journey and my my admissions journey, my LSAT journey, and kind of everything that led me up to this point. So stay tuned. I just posted like a questions box on Instagram, and then I also posted on TikTok seeing if anybody had any questions about my journey. So I'm just looking at my phone and getting those questions. So the first question is, are you taking a gap year? If so, what do you do during it? I am in the middle of my I am in the middle of a gap year. I am currently working for Leaf, North Carolina. It's a program through AmeriCorps where they place recent graduates in local governments to increase capacity, which pretty much means just help wherever we can. That's what I've done. I've been in this program since I graduated. So I started in July, graduated in May. Yeah, it's been really fun. I've just gotten to law school, so this year I will not be taking a gap year, but I did have a gap year in the past. I took one gap year between undergrad and college. And I honestly think that has been one of the best decisions that I've made for my journey so far. I definitely learned a lot in my fellowship through Leaf, North Carolina, but even more than that, I just learned life skills. I learned how to work at 8 to 5 and meal prep and exercise and still have my sanity. So just getting used to that schedule and getting used to just being in the workforce helped a lot. I would definitely recommend a gap year for anybody that's thinking about law school or thinking about grad school, because not only can you like get exposed to different career paths in fellowships like I did, but you also get those life skills that are so important. I can't even imagine what it would be like going straight to law school from undergrad, because mentally I was not there yet. When do you think credit-wise in undergrad should you start studying for the LSAT/applying? Credit-wise, I'm not really sure. I would say junior year, so I think you'll have like about 45 credits by that point. I honestly didn't really seriously buckle down in studying until I graduated because I was still focusing on my grades. The LSAT comes second to your GPA as far as what you need to be worrying about while you're in undergrad. So focus on getting that GPA right, get as many A's as you can in all of your classes, and then in your junior year, if you don't want to take a gap year, that's when you can start worrying about the LSAT. If you are planning on taking a gap year like I did, and it's a 1-year gap year, definitely start looking at the LSAT kind of towards the end of your senior year. That's what I did. I started studying for the LSAT towards the end of my senior year. When did you apply? I submitted my application to Howard University School of Law on November 30th, so the last day of November, and then it was officially transmitted to Howard December 1st. So technically my application with Howard went in on December 1st. Any good recommendations for good courses for the LSAT, and why not? I wasn't privy to all the like stuff that was out there. I just chose what I thought would be the most efficient and cheapest way to study. So I use PowerScore books for my LSAT journey. If I would go back, I would use 7Sage. I was not aware that 7Sage was so cheap. I did not know it was only $100 a month. 7Sage breaks down everything for you. It breaks down the tests, it breaks down the question types, it breaks down logic, and I feel like 7Sage paired with just tests is what I would use now. But aside from the books, I literally just kind of raw studied, and I just took tests over and over and tried to pinpoint what I was doing wrong and try to change it for the next test. It worked out. It worked. I'm here. So yeah, but in the future, or if I could go back, I would use 7Sage. I was depressed and then took a break from studying, but seeing your post motivated me for real. Thank you. Thank you, and you're welcome. Someone said, that's what you went for. Somebody said, that's what you went to school for? Yeah. I majored in political science, I minored in legal studies, and throughout the whole 4 years of my bachelor's, I was very certain that law school is where I wanted to end up. And I was also very certain that Howard is where I wanted to end up, so very happy. Someone said, no question, pure admiration, good stuff. Thank you. Somebody said, have you decided what kind of law you want to practice and how so? Honestly, I have no idea right now, guys. I've taken a few law courses. I've taken mass media law in undergrad, and I actually had, or my professor was the general counsel of the school, and he talked about the cases that he would have as far as patent law, and that really interested me, so I'm looking in that avenue. But honestly, I haven't gone to law school yet, so I haven't been exposed to all the paths that you can take as an attorney. So I definitely feel like whenever I get to law school, I'll kind of develop and see what is interesting me. I don't know. I just know I want to be an attorney right now, and I'll figure out the rest when I get to law school. Good luck on your journey and proud of your progress. Thank you. What drove you to Howard University School of Law? First of all, I've always wanted to go to HBCU. I mean, I didn't have that experience for undergrad. I went to PWI, which was cool. I love Wingate University, but I definitely wanted to go to HBCU. So that was one factor. I also wanted to go to a school that had a name that held weight. I feel like for undergrad, I kind of went to like a school that nobody really knows, which was, again, a great experience. But I did want to get that like known school. Also, just kind of getting more educated about the direction I want to go into as far as my law career. I started looking at ABA statistics. I started looking at employment statistics, and I realized that Howard University School of Law was a school that would give me the most opportunities. It would give me a broad range of opportunities, whether I want to go to a big firm, whether I want to go to public interest, whether I want to go down the civil rights path. I have all these opportunities at my fingertips if I go to Howard University, and I realized that pretty early in undergrad. So yeah, when I came to that realization, I just had my heart set on Howard. What would you have done differently? I definitely would have used 7 Sage from the get-go instead of putting myself through so much with those books, really self-teaching. I don't know if I would have done this differently, but I definitely would have just like thought about it more before I did it. As much as I loved my Leap for North Carolina program, it was 40 hours a week. So working 40 hours a week and then trying to study. So I'm talking, you go to work 8 to 5, you get off work, you're studying 5:30 to 8, and then you're trying to go to the gym too. Like, there were some nights where when I got home, it was already 11 o'clock. I'm sleeping at 12, and now I have to wake up and try to go to work at 8 o'clock in the morning the very next day. Like, it was a lot. I was getting headaches. It was a lot of stress. It was just a lot. But at the same time, I really value that experience because the fellowship itself was good, and then I also just kind of got a taste of what real life can be like sometimes. So I definitely wish I would have went harder in undergrad and got a better GPA. That way I wouldn't have been so stressed. But everybody wants better GPA. Everybody wants a better LSAT. What was your major in undergrad? Again, my major was political science and my minor was legal studies. Can you share your stats? I will not share my stats on YouTube, but feel free to DM me, message me on TikTok, something like that, more private. I'm a little bit insecure about my stats, not gonna lie, and I really shouldn't be, because at the end of the day, my stats allowed me to achieve my goal, so I really shouldn't be. But I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable just like kind of saying this is my GPA, this is my LSAT score. I will give you guys a hint though, I was below the medians for Howard. Just know law school is not solely about numbers. If your LSAT score or your GPA wasn't the best, it's not the end of the world. I am living proof that it's not the end of the world. How did you prepare yourself for the law school admissions process? I didn't. I wish I did. Yeah, I didn't. I just started studying right out of graduation, a little bit before graduation actually, and I just got to it. And you recall a particularly challenging aspect of the application process? The waiting game was probably the hardest part. I submitted my application December 1st, and I did not hear back until April 12th. So we're talking all of December, all of January, all of February, all of March, and then half of April. So almost 5 months of literally like wondering what the next steps were gonna be for my law school journey. It got to the point where in the middle of March, I had already started studying for the LSAT. So I'm sitting here studying for the LSAT, using 7 Sage for the next cycle, thinking I'm gonna reapply. Whole time, I got accepted. So that was the hardest. The waiting was just the hardest part for me. Not gonna lie, taking the LSAT was a lot of anxiety, and that was really hard as well. But the waiting was hard too. Everything about the application journey is hard. I'm gonna just let you know now. Can you describe your emotions when you received your acceptance letter? I was so happy. I called my dad first. My boyfriend was in the room, so technically he heard about it first. Called my mom. Everybody was so happy for me. I was happy. It took a few days for me to like convince myself that it wasn't a joke. I don't understand why my brain was telling me like it was an accident when it wasn't, because I don't know, it's just like when you literally manifest something and you dream about something and then it actually, like, your prayers really come true. It's just like, it's an out-of-body experience. What advice would you give to someone who is currently going through the law school admissions process? The biggest piece of advice that I would have is to focus on your LSAT, drill as much as you can, learn from your mistakes as much as you can, but also try to de-stress. The biggest weight off my shoulders in my law school admissions process was in about February, when I realized that if I did not get into law school this year, it would not be the end of the world. Like, when I finally stopped having that built-up anxiety of what if I don't get in, what if I don't get in, what if I don't get in, and I just let go and I was like, okay, if I don't get in, I'll get in next year. And once that weight was off my shoulders, it was actually relaxed at least a little bit till April when I got my decision. So yeah, it's law school, it's not life or death. If you get an LSAT score you don't like, guess what? Reapply, retest, then get that score you like. And don't be like me and only apply to one school. I personally just needed to go to Howard. That was my dream school. But explore some of the other schools out there. There are some fantastic law schools out there. I'm sure that there are. But yeah, that wraps up this video. Those are all the questions I have. If you have any more, leave a comment. I might make another Q&A kind of when I'm further into my journey. Well, not might, I definitely will have some more content coming out about 1L a year. I'm so excited to be in law school because now I feel like my YouTube channel can finally bloom. I always wanted to have a law school channel, and I was trying to do things like LSAT journey videos, wasn't really feeling it. I tried to do some videos of my program, kinda, but as far as my law school videos, this is the moment I've been waiting for. So I'm happy. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment, and follow my other socials too. I have an Instagram page that's specifically dedicated to my law school journey called Maya Does Law, and then I also have my TikTok and my Instagram personal is 3Maya. So yeah, follow me, subscribe to me, do all that stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.